This video is for Word Chapter 1, Guided Project 1-2. We're picking up on step number 7. So I have the instructions on the left and the document that I am working on the right. So if I look at this, overall number 7 is going to have us move paragraphs in the document and to insert a heading. So that's what these subtopics or sublines are going to do. So the first thing is select the last paragraph in the document, including the paragraph mark. So a quick way to get to the end of the document is to press the Control End key, the END key, or you can, this is a small document, you can just scroll down there. So one of the ways to select an entire paragraph is in the paragraph, triple click, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I wasn't in the document, so there we go, 1, 2, 3. Or move left, watch your I-beam change to the arrow, and double click. Either technique works. So I have that selected. I'm going to check that off. Click the Cut button on the Home tab clipboard group or press Control X. So I'm going to do a Control X. What that does is it cuts that from the document, right? So there's two things you can do. You can move and you can copy, right? So a copy begins with selection and selecting the copy command. You then move somewhere else and paste it. The original stays because it's duplicating or making a copy for somewhere else. A cut is like a move. You cut something out, it's no longer in the original location, you move somewhere else, and then you paste. Okay, so that's the technique that we're going to do here. And so one of the things is always kind of watch, are they asking you to cut, copy, move, or copy, right? So if they're doing move, then that's that cut copy thing. All right, so we're going to cut it. We did that. Place your insertion point before the second line of the document. Definition on online learning. So I'm going to put my mouse and I'm going to click right there. So my insertion point, or that vertical blinking bar, is in front of the D there, right? So I've got that. Click the top half of the paste or Control V, and I'm a Control V'er, so I'm going to hit Control V, and now that paragraph is above definition of online learning, but below the title. Click at the beginning of the pasted paragraph, so that's right here, so I'm clicking, and the insertion point, or that blinker, is right before the SPCCD, okay? And type, where are we now with with is not capitalized, with online learning, question mark, enter. That causes this new entry to become a paragraph of its own. And the way we typed it, where the major words are capitalized, leads us to believe that it's going to be a heading, right? Plus it's telling us inserting a heading. So I had that done, so cool. Select the paragraph that begins hybrid course, right? So select the paragraph. So all I did was found it, right? So second from the bottom, I went left, double click, picked it. Move this paragraph using the drag and drop method so that it appears before the paragraph that begins with television or teleweb. Okay, so before I even begin, I want to see where I'm taking it, right? So right here is the television or teleweb. So the drag and drop is like taking the cut and paste and putting it together in one. So the key is, once you have it selected, that you're inside that selection area, I'm going to click my left mouse button and hold. And then I'm going to start to move. And then do you see attached to my arrow is the little box. And the little box does not have a plus sign in front of it. That means it's a move, which means hybrid course paragraph is going to be removed from where it was and instead is going to be in front of television or teleweb. Let go. It did a cut paste in one step. Let me do that one more time. So the key is select it, point to somewhere in the selection, click, hold, drag to where you want it, and drop it by letting go. Now, let me show you the difference here. So let me select that paragraph again, and I'm going to press and hold my control key. And do you see, and I'm dragging, but I still have my control key down. See the little plus sign? That is a drag and drop, but it's a move. It's a copy. Without that control key, it's a move. By adding that control key into the process, you're making it a copy. Okay. So the next thing is format a section heading in the document using the Format Painter. Okay, so we're going to learn about Format Painter. So first of all, let's figure out where it is. So on our Home tab, it's this paintbrush here. And so the purpose of the Format Painter is to kind of pull up all of the formatting of whatever you have selected, right? So if there's bold and font and the size and an underline or whatever, right? That part of that format, but not the content, comes with it. There's two ways you can work with the Format Painter. If I select and I single click, that allows me, and look, see my I-beam has a paintbrush. It lets me put that one place. See, and the paintbrush is deselected. If I double click on the paintbrush, it keeps until I say, okay, I'm done painting my format, and I click. So if you have one location that you want to apply this format to, just single click on the paintbrush. If you want to put it in multiple places, double click so you can paint, paint, paint until you're done, and then you click back on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this, where are we now with online learning? So I'm going to go left and single click, check that off. And we're gonna format this up, all right? So font launcher. So I must be doing something that's not on the ribbon because they want me to go to this font launcher. So I find that group and I click on the dialog box launcher box at the bottom right. And notice I was still on advanced because that's where I left it when we spread this out. So I want to go back to font. Change the font size to 12. Okay, we're going to make that a little bigger. Change the font color. So I'm going to come here, font color, to the blue-gray. So it's going to match this. So we're going to do blue-gray, text 2. Got that. Change the underline style. Ooh, something different. So we're going to do underline style here. And look, there's all these different choices. We're going to do a double underline. See, I couldn't do that from here. If we do underline here, it's just a single underline. So if you wanted to do anything fancy, you got to go to the dialog box. So we got that. Change the underline color. Ooh, we're really doing some stuff. So, okay, we're going to make this double underline a different color, and it's going to be that blue-gray again, right? So kind of keep with the theme. Change the underline color to the fourth color, which is the blue-gray. We got that. Click OK. Where are we now with online learning? Let's just validate. So I'm going to sit on it. It's 12. It's got the underline. It's blue. Looks good. Confirm the format heading is still selected. So we got that selected. And click the text effect and typography button. So where the heck is that? So it's this kind of glowy A here. So that's some of the more interesting effects that you can put. So I'm going to do the drop down arrow next to it and check that off. And what does it want us to do? Shadow. And then in outer, we want offset bottom right. And that's exactly what I have. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, so you see it kind of got a little shady there. Confirm the formatted heading is still selected and click the Format Painter button. Select. Now I have my Format Painter, and I'm not going to come over here and check that. I'm going to finish this process. Select the next heading, definition of online learning modalities. So, whoa. And look, it took all of those steps that we did, A through I there, and it applied them. So we didn't have to go back through it again. So very cool. We did that, and we are done with step number 8. So I'm going to take a second and save this document. And I want to come back up here. I'm going to scroll on up from the instructions, and I want to just talk a quick minute about this upload in the middle. So let's say you're working and you got to go, you're at school, whatever, and you got to go and you don't have a USB, blah, blah, blah. SimNet allows you to upload this file but not submit it. So it'll just sit here for you to come back at another time and finish the product, right? So you can just upload your file. And the hardest thing here is to figure out where your file was, right? So I uploaded it, and you know what? No, I'm not ready. I didn't finish it. So I'm going to say, no, I'm not ready. And now look over here. I have the saved file that I could go later tonight, whatever, whenever you want to finish it. You would start by not the start file, but by downloading this, and it would have your progress, okay? It will only keep one version. So if you do this multiple times, it'll always replace your new one on top of here, so you don't have to worry about getting out of sync in what, is that an old version or is that the most current? If you upload it here, it's going to keep that newest one and keep you all straight. All right, I'm going to end this movie. I'm going to pick up, if I scroll back down here, at step number 9, and I believe I can finish this project on the next movie. Thank you.